name is Ayana Garcia Taylor. I am currently an EMT with AMR. Been with AMR for about 3 years, almost 4. I'm also a paramedic intern in San Diego County with a school at Southwestern College, and Ruth is my preceptor.
Name's DeAndre Austin. I'm an EMT basic. I've been with AMR for two and a half years.
Hello, my name is Ruth Hamilton Wilson. I have been in EMS for 43 years.
So originally, I wanted to be an ER nurse. And I heard that if you get your EMT license, you can cut the line for the nursing program. So I took my EMT course. It was time for my clinicals. During my clinicals, we were in the ER, and I'd realized this was so much more fun. So I wanted to be first on scene. I wanted to be the one demanding everyone's attention when I came in with something, whether it was important or not important. I do.
I did ride-alongs, the whole spiel. It was a whole new world, eye-opener of EMS and what actually emergency services provides. And that was kind of my entry into it.
I used to watch the show Emergency, and I lived in Hawaii when they started their EMS system. I was also a candy striper at Wahiawa General Hospital, where my mother worked as an ICU nurse. And I just liked the medical part of it. While I was in high school out here, we had a paramedic come and talk to a club that I was in, a health club I was in. And he was telling us how the job was. I'm sitting there thinking, all right, that's pretty cool. I think I think that's what I'm going to do when I graduate.
Into EMS, oh man, do as many rides as you can. You can learn textbook all you want, but at the end of the day, you're not going to know what it is, especially entering healthcare, until you lay eyes on a patient. You take a blood sugar for the first time in your life. You actually do a compression. Training only gets you so far.
Learn as much as you can, listen to as much as you can, take what you need and leave the rest. It's all a recipe that you just need to learn. Treat everybody with kindness.
Ruth, of course, is one of my biggest mentors.
Thank you.
Of course. Ruth and my mom has been one of my biggest mentors. She has always taught me that not everybody is going to like you, but everybody is going to ask for care.
True.
So you better be the best at it, the most educated at it. Don't look a mess, and present yourself the best. And then nobody has anything to complain about, whether they like the color of my skin or not. You can't complain because you got the best care from me.
I think the closest would be Dallas Johnson. He worked here for 30 years. I did most of my ride-alongs with him. Mike Geddes, who is now an instructor at Southwestern. And Laura Elliott, who is a flight medic for Mercy Air. So I did most of my ride-alongs with them and learned a lot from them.
I could name off a few. First being Rob Logan, our current San Diego fire chief. Chief Logan. My dad and him were best buds about 4 or 5 years ago. He was battalion chief, and I'd come to the station. He'd show me how the management operation side works. Other than that, there was Paris Lee. He's currently a San Diego firefighter paramedic. He'd show me the ropes of how paramedicine. He taught me the in-depth of EMS throughout my EMT school. Mary Carr Johnson, she works at Miramar College. She was our head teacher, and she taught me the basics of this is EMT school. I've got 1,000 more names I could list off. There's so many, but at least the way I learned was everyone you encounter has a story to share, a story to tell, and everyone has a skill and a purpose. Take as much of that as possible, because you never know when it's going to come in handy.
Black History Month to me means that I get to pave history that has already been paved for me. I get to further extend it. I appreciate all the people before me who have sacrifice their life and their time to get where I'm able to be in life. And I am very excited to be another person to do that for other people.
It's important to me as my history, because if you don't know where you come from, you don't know where you're going. So the only way to do that is to learn your history. And Black history is actually American history, because the United States was basically built by African Americans. I celebrate every day.
Yeah.
I am proud of my ethnicity. I was raised in such a way that you walk tall, you stand proud, you don't let people bother you. Don't worry about what people think of you. Just be the best person you can be. If I'm being the best person I can be when I do run into a racist, they're going to see someone who has some class, has some education.
Given the stereotype of Black people, I think that it's important to show up for my community and not be what other people think it is. I don't give anybody a chance to catch me slipping, calling me incompetent, or any way that they can degrade me and then connect that to the Black community.
There's always going to be a little bit of pressure, especially being raised in a Black household. One of the things my father always told us was you have to work twice as hard to be half as good.
My parents raised me to have a higher standard than everybody else. So whatever program I was part of, club, there was a standard, and that's why I was part of the club or the program, but to exceed that standard.
There's always pressure. There always will be pressure. How you handle it is what's going to make or break you. The pressure kind of, I don't know what the word would be, develops you. It creates character, builds character. It's just another challenge to get over.
I think being on 255 have been super excited to see all of us. I think it's been a huge change, and it's very exciting to see everybody feel more taken care of when we walk in. Yeah,
Absolutely.
is the
They
sky
do not
blue?
hold back.
Yeah, it gets encountered a lot. And matter of fact, I was just talking to one of the firefighters about an incident I had a few years ago, because this dude kept calling me the N-word. And every time he said it, I looked at him, I said, but baby, I love you. I just kept, every time he said it, I looked at him and said, but baby, I love you. And about the fourth time, he just looked at me and went, okay, can we get in the ambulance now? I've been told that, I don't want the N in my house. I turned around and shushed all the guys. And I told him, I said, sir, I'm the only paramedic here. So if you want to be treated, it's going to have to be by me. Now, we can leave, but when you call 911 again, you're going to get this crew again. Now, I promise I'll take good care of you. You don't have anything to worry about. And by the time we got him to the hospital, he loved me. So I think it's in the way you carry yourself. If you carry yourself with dignity and respect, you will get dignity and respect.
I can recall way too many times where racism has taken factor. A patient would rather be racist than to receive care.
But a lot of the comments we've gotten, though, lately is, wow, you guys got an all-Black crew. That's pretty cool.
And I'll be on the outside of the rig and someone's like, you guys go, Black Power. And I'm like, okay.
Whoa.
For the community.
Hold on a second.
So once we come in, they realize we're all colored crew. They've got their own piece that they want to throw in there. And most of it, actually, I'd say like 90% of it has been positive.
Yeah.
We haven't had a lot of negative comments. So it's been a very surreal experience.
It's been I'm very uncomfortable because I'm so used to people being like, ugh.
Right. And
I'll just redial 911. I'm so upset. But recently it's been weird because everyone's like, oh, thank God the Black people are here. And I'm like, oh, okay.
We had a ride along with us one day. He was also a Black man. So we had 4 people on this ambulance. And we got to one of the hospitals, and one of the supervisors was there. He was, and there's a whole lot of chocolate coming out of this ambulance. What? He was Black as well. Okay. But yeah, it was like, there's a whole lot of chocolate coming out of this ambulance. And people actually thought it was cool. Wow, you got an all-Black crew. That's pretty cool. See somebody, hey, girl, I see what you're doing. You keep up the power. It's cool.